let's try to figure out because the StreamYard because
Hold
like I
on,
did it.
we're live.
Oh,
Oh,
hi. Good
sorry.
morning.
I was not very prepared for that. I just came on. It's your boy Doors and Christine. We are live right now. I apologize for that. We were talking some other stuff. We got to figure out the stream now because we want to make sure it's on both channels. So just giving you a little insight of the stuff. But today is Wednesday, and we start usually at 10 a.m. I was a little late. I'm gonna blame my wife because it is her fault. Just
Oh, don't blame the wife.
no, it was her fault. She wanted to be in the gym at 8 in the morning.
Good for
Working out.
her. Good for
No,
her.
no, that's not. It's not good for her. She's getting ready for this Chris Brown concert that I had to pay money for.
Hey.
August 30th, Chris Brown just announced a tour, right? The 20th anniversary of Chris Brown. And the first time we went, right, Christine? So I took her to the 11/11 tour. She got so hammered, right?
That's
that
okay.
she said, babe, I have to go back because I don't remember what happened. And I said, you know what happened? I'm going to show you all the things that you did.
Hey, she's got a point. If you don't remember, you got to run it back. Come on now.
Cano Loco's in the building. What's up, Cano?
Cano Loco, our guy. How are you?
The Charlos are back, right? Amanda Serrano is taking shots at promoters. More people combining the Zone Queensberry, right? Your girl Price, right? If I forgot her name.
Lauren Price.
Lauren Price is, she wants to unify. We're going to get into all of that right after the intro. What up? What up? What's up? We got, I got to come up with another intro because we have to combine you.
Yeah.
So we got to figure it out because you are a part of.
Yes, absolutely. But I have to correct you really quick. So Lauren Price does not want to unify. Michaela Mayer wants to unify, but we'll talk about that. It's okay.
Sorry.
Hey, it's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Listen,
you keep me straight. I keep you straight.
Listen, Christine is my know-all. Not she's not a know-it-all, but I gotta listen, Christine. I need to know certain things. I don't know everything, right, guys? So I definitely go. Shout out to my man Cano Loco in the building. He said, I believe neither is the A side. They should just go 50-50 and scrap it out. Cano, I'm with you. He's referring to Edgar Berlanga real quick.
Yeah.
And Caleb Plant. Actually, Caleb Plant just announced his return. He's going to be fighting on the Charlos card. The Charlos are back. Actually, the big brother, right? The bigger of the brothers is coming back, and they're fighting on the same night, right?
Yes.
Now, Caleb is taking a warm-up fight. He had taken shots at Edgar. Edgar was like, look at this guy, who he's taking now. Oh, what now? Whatever. The guy doesn't look as bad as Manteca.
He could do that. Yeah, right. He can't say anything. Yeah. Come on.
Edgar's a really good whatever. But anyways, I think the more important story is Jamel. Is it Jamel or Jamal? I'm not sure which one is the older one. But the bigger Charlo is finally coming back. But I was kind of glad to see him come back, and more so because I felt like mentally he was kind of everywhere. I remember posts about him and his brother not speaking, and it seemed like he was going through it. Yes. And I felt like, this guy was undefeated. He was a champion. One of the biggest threats. He went up to 168. I was looking for a Canelo fight, didn't get it. There was a lot of things that Charlo was going through, and is glad to see him back. But, is he ready to come back as a contender or as great?
But let me ask you this, and nothing against him. I'm just curious. Like, were you really waiting for him to come back? Like, was it like, man, I really wish Big Charlo would come back because I really miss him. I think he could be really up there. Or did he just kind of like leave our minds?
Well, I have a brother, right? So, me and my brother haven't spoken in a while. And it does bother me.
Okay.
Right? So when I've seen the whole situation that he went through, I think his last fight, and he was like, and his brother wasn't by his side. And these are two people that shared a sack, literally.
Oh, yeah. Twin bond. Sure.
And, he even at the presser, he looked very depressed. He was very hurt. It touched me. Like, it was like,
sure.
Yeah, man. Like,
I respect
I seen a different side of him. And, he's, I really believe in mental health, and
Absolutely.
I've been through a lot of things. Everybody goes through stuff, and I think this guy's a talented dude. I really like,
I agree.
and not on the selfish side, him going to 168 makes it a better division. It makes a lot of good fights to happen.
Yep.
So to me, to answer your question, I am very excited to see how he comes back, because I feel like this is a talented dude that let other things kind of sidetrack him in his career. And to see both brothers back in together, it really made me feel good, because I was rooting for that. I didn't like the fact that they weren't talking for whatever reason, and it visibly showed. And I don't know if you remember his last fight. Like, he really
I
was
do.
distraught. He was like, he won't
Yeah.
answer my phone calls. And
Yeah.
so for me personally, I'm glad to see him back.
Yeah, and I can agree, because and I'm with you about the mental thing and the forgiveness, and sometimes we have too much pride. But the thing is this, we do kind of need a little shakeup, in this weight division. So I'm here for it too. Was I missing him or wanting to see him? I wasn't really thinking about him, but now that he's back in, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's see where this is going to take everybody, all the fans and the boxing world. I'm here for it.
No, and it gives us potential fights in that division.
Absolutely.
Carlo can really fight. He is a good champion. Like, this is
Yes.
somebody that at one point was on everyone's top 10
Yes.
pound list. Like,
Agree.
this is not somebody that's just just a regular fighter. And it gives us more smoke. It gives us, now we have McCumbie's a good fighter, and then we have Charlo at 168.
Yeah.
So it adds to the excitement of what we got going on. So
Yeah, and if he's done his homework, and I believe he has, like the healing and things he needs to do, I pray to God, he's going to come back a force to be reckoned with, and he's just going to make a big splash. So it's good. It's good for boxing. We need it. Why not?
And not only that, I mean, talent wise, like, the guy is a great boxer. Like, if he's at 100%, he can put up fights for the big belts. Like, I could see him eventually fighting Canelo and having a good fight. Like, he's not one of those individuals that's just there to be there. I think he's there to be great, and I do believe in his talent. So
I do too. Can I reply to Steven
I
for
was going to put
Dejo?
that up for you. Let me.
Yeah, please do. Berlanga will beat all the names you guys are naming. Stop hating on the face of 168. First of all, I think everybody needs to realize the difference between hating and like picking a corner that you're going to root for in a fight, in the fight game. That's what you do. You pick a team in football, in baseball, in boxing, same thing. Is it the red corner? Is it the blue corner? That there's no hating there. No hating at all. So there is a difference.
The fact that he's calling him the face is absolutely absurd. And let me break this down, because
break it down.
This is really annoying sometimes, because I know this is my guy. He's absolutely insane, but I gotta break.
Are you insane, Steven?
So let's break it down. Him and Caleb Plant keep going back. Well, he not really Caleb Plant, but he's going back and forth saying he's the face of this and he's gonna make X amount of money. Let's be real. You're headlining at Caribbean Royale, which is it's like a hotel casino, right? That probably holds maybe 5,000 people, 6,000 people.
Ooh, maybe.
You're from New York City, right? You're Puerto Rican, so you should be selling out the Garden if you were a big draw. These are just the facts. Just like Mexicans in Texas. If you're a big draw in Texas, if you're a Mexican, there. Even Errol Spence sold out against Mikey Garcia in Texas. Those are guys they consider. Now let's get to the face aspect of it. How are you the face when we all know Canelo's the face and that's who everybody's chasing at 168? So the fact that you're stating things like that are very, very insane. Like, it's just,
you know what? It's very subjective. Maybe in him saying the face, maybe he thinks he's the most handsome 168. Because the way that I see it, the face is the one that's bringing everybody the most money, including himself. So maybe his face and my face definition are different. I don't know.
No. Listen, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I mean, he does find him attractive. I don't know. It could be, but
And that's
I
cool.
think Canelo's a handsome guy, you know.
Sure, that's cool too.
But oh, by the way, I ordered my Ray Jackson T-shirt, right? So
I need to
let
order
Ray
mine.
know that I ordered a also a
Clip it. Ray Jackson, he got your T-shirt.
no, I bought the T-shirt. That's my hero. Ray Jackson's my hero.
Yes, I need to get one too.
I paid for it $25. It was $29 with shipping and tax, right? I ordered a Blair the Flair T-shirt in November, and I have still yet to get it. I paid $40 for that. Blair
Oh,
Flair,
from where? Right. Roots of Fight.
Whatever he was promoting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyways, let's get back to the Caleb Plant thing. So Gano Loco, who is a Caleb Plant hater, says covers, and his bro ain't no way you could tell me he's better than Kevin Newman. So Kevin Newman also, I don't know if you're familiar with Kevin. He trains with Roy Jones. He's been calling out Caleb Plant for a while. I've actually posted it on my Instagram yesterday, and he's saying it's no way he's better. I mean, listen, Kevin is a talented dude. He needs a big win. You know, I know he's reaching for a fight. He's trying to get Caleb. He tried to get Berlanga at one point. Berlanga never responded. Caleb kind of responded and said, get a big win before you get challenged me. And then he takes this individual. So I kind of see his
what he's saying. Yeah,
like,
sure.
I'm better than this guy. Why didn't you just take me? Kevin's looking for a break. And I get it.
And honestly, like in defense of Caleb, it's like, okay, Kevin, if you're as good as I've seen or as good as people say, why would I give you this opportunity? And then my fall from grace comes shortly after that if you beat me. So yeah, get a big win. Let me see what you got against somebody else, and then I'll take you. And Caleb can actually say that. I mean, he can call the shots because he's done some things.
No, he has, and that's why the big argument between him and Berlanga. Well, it's more of a one-sided argument, to be honest.
It is.
He's downplaying. I'm like, whatever. I'm going to do an entire blog on this. I'm going to call it Truth or False. I'm coming up with a new series, and I'm going to need your take on it as well.
Absolutely.
And basically, I want to break down the facts of the situation. Like I started to last night, and I looked at the Instagram followers because I always look at that. Okay, who's following who? Caleb Plant has more followers than Edgar Berlanga at this point. He's also got paid more than Edgar Berlanga, if I'm not mistaken, to this point. Just I think on the Canelo fight, it was $13 million. I'm gonna put this whole blog together, so don't quote me on everything I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, brainstorming.
Yeah, Caleb is to me the A side at this point. I think Edgar is popular. I don't think he's respected. I think more people want to see him fall because they don't believe he belongs there, to be honest. And they want to see what's going on. And he just came off a Canelo fight. I mean, when you fight Canelo, you got a lot of eyes on you. But
absolutely,
he's the A side and he's calling stuff. I mean, how long does that last? But by the way, tomorrow 11 o'clock, I do have his coach on, so I might ask him that.
Okay, very nice.
Ask him that. But I mean, regardless, these guys are back in the ring. We all know these are setup fights. After these two fight, who do you want to see them fight, Christine?
I mean, I would like to see them fight together just to end this little feud and to see who actually is.
I forgot the slap. Why did I forget about the slap heard around the world?
Oh shit!
I forgot about that. Yeah, Caleb Plant slapped fire out of him at Yeah, I mean, maybe this is a setup fight for that.
That's the one that needs to happen. I mean, that is like, besides being spit on, being slapped is probably the most disrespectful thing that you can do, honestly, to another human being.
No, absolutely.
Slap him or spit on him, and he was slapped. So, what are we gonna do?
I mean, you know what's crazy? I remember when all that transpired, right? And again, I like Charlo, but I feel like because Caleb is a white dude, a white boy, whatever you want to call him, I feel like people, and he's like a hip hopish white boy. He's a fly dude, got the kicks, got the pretty light skin joint, right? I feel like people want to try him, and I'm like, why do you guys? And it's everyone.
I know many people like that. I know many. Look at Michaela Mayer. They try her too. It doesn't matter. Like, skin color does not matter. Where were you raised? What have you been through? What are you made of? Skin color means absolutely nothing. Nothing. We've
No, but
seen it time and time again.
it always seems as if that's the main focus when it comes
It
to
is.
Plant, and I feel like everybody uses it, and it's just like, and I remember watching an interview, and he's like, "Bro, I'm not the one that asked for these problems. These people genuinely come in and look for it." He
Yeah.
said the guy grabbed his beard. Like, who grabbed
Hell no.
his beard?
Who does that?
Man, so I remember Rolly. I think Rolly was it? No, Ryan Garcia was trolling him, talking about him sleeping with his wife at the event that his wife was
I
hosting.
remember that. Yeah.
And I'm just like, why do people? And
Okay, that's another disrespectful thing.
like,
That's
wife,
something else too.
yeah, it's just like people try Caleb Plant, and honestly, I believe it's because he's a white boy. Like, and I
Oh yeah,
love him.
absolutely it is. Absolutely. But you know what? I think it's kind of good because then you get him in the ring and he whoops your ass, or he slaps you,
Yeah.
and doesn't give two shits about it. So
Mhm.
keep trying, Caleb, people,
And,
keep
I'm a
trying.
big Caleb Plant fan, man. I
I
really
am
like.
too. I am too. I am too.
I think he's such a class act.
He
He
is.
comes to fight.
He
I mean, his
does.
only losses are to Benavidez and
Mm-hmm.
Canelo.
Canelo.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, come on.
yeah, I mean, it's insane to me, but people continue to try the man, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna find out. But I ain't gonna front.
Charlo did find out.
Yeah, he did. So who would you rather see, Charlo and Caleb, or Charlo and or Caleb and Edgar? Because
You know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do Caleb and Edgar. Let's just get Edgar out of there. Like, nice guy. I like him personally, but the trolling is much, okay? And without doing anything. So get him out of the way, and then let's set up, let Charlo get this fight out of the way too. Let Caleb get his fight out of the way. Let him get Berlanga out of the way, and then let's set it up. Let Charlo maybe get another one in between as well, and then let's set this one up.
I'll tell you
That,
this: the one thing they both have going for them is people do want to fight both of them. They do want to fight
mm-hmm.
Edgar. They do want to fight Caleb, but I think it's for two different reasons. I think Caleb, people think it'll be a real notable win, and I think with Edgar, it's more
Absolutely.
like you don't belong.
They
So
want to shut him up.
yeah, like
It's
like
so
you got
sad.
Canelo without actually fighting the top guys, and I think that's the difference between the two.
And
But
I'm not ashamed to say that I was one of the ones that, like, when Berlanga got in there with Canelo, I was like, okay, he looks pretty good. Like, this is probably one of the best times I've seen him against this dog, So I was one of them. I wouldn't have had a parade. I wouldn't have had a celebration, but I did give him credit for looking better than I've seen him in a long time or at all.
it's crazy. I I can't get over the fact that, and I'm just watching the fight. I feel like he went in there to survive. I don't think he went in there to win, so I can't respect that. I feel like Caleb Plant went in there to win. I feel like Munguia went in there to win,
Yeah.
even though a lot of people
Oh,
feel
for
that.
sure.
So I don't know. I mean, I think the things I like about Edgar, I like the way he markets himself. I like the way he puts himself
Hmm.
in position. He's a very, very intelligent kid.
But
And
then, whenever Munguia was in there with Canelo, people were saying that Canelo was carrying Munguia. We've had even world champs say that.
yeah, I'm not. He
So,
probably was. He probably was, but he was trying to win the fight. It's just Canelo was just better. I mean, there's levels to this. I don't know why people think
facts.
Canelo's just a regular fighter. He's not. He's one
Hmm.
of the greatest fighters to ever live. So it is what it is. But
He is.
you know, on to the next one. We're gonna find out what's going on with those two. Hopefully, Charlo comes back and gets a big stoppage, and we get some more potential classic fights going on. But I'm gonna play this for you. This is your girl. You picked
Myself and May won the next fight, undisputed, so that's on the cards.
If it makes better sense, whether it's financially or whatever, for it to be in America, then you have no issue with that either.
No, I mean, like, if they're gonna, pay me very, very, very well, I'll go stateside. But who knows?
You want it in Cardiff.
Obviously, you've got Clarissa Shields out there who's proud saying she'd like our fight. And if I'm honest, there's always been in the back of my mind that me and her will share the ring one day, and I'd love to do that. I think she's a great fighter. Obviously, she's double Olympic champion. I'm Olympic champion. and I think it's a great fight to make. Obviously, I'm not going up to heavyweight, but yeah, there's obviously a fight that I believe that will happen one day.
Clarissa Shields needs a big opponent. Everybody's tired of her fighting these people with no names, and she's a heavyweight. First, break down what she stated, and how do you feel about it?
So this is the thing. I want everybody, like all the boxers and the fans, to take note of these women. Okay, these women are daring to be great. They are willing to fight anybody, whether it means they have to jump up or jump down, you know, in any division. I mean, even speaking of Clarissa Shields, she has said that she will meet, you know, some of these champions at a weight that's not heavyweight. You know, she is saying, yes, let's do it. You know, Lauren Price, she knows that now Michaela Mayer, after her win against Sandy Ryan, has said, okay, I'm coming for all your belts. I want to be undisputed. Yes, let's go. Let's make the fight happen. These women are doing what we want these men to do. We don't want the ducking and dodging, you know, even in different weight classes. Like, come on. She's talking about, yeah, she's going to fight Michaela Mayer. It's a very risky fight. She could lose all her belts. And then she is saying in her mind that she would win. And then after that, she would fight Shields. They would agree to a weight. You know, I mentioned this to Shields yesterday. She was on a live. I said, you know what? You've got Michaela Mayer and Lauren Price saying these things. She's like, yeah, you know, definitely. She'll meet them at their agreed upon weight. These women are daring to be great. I'm here for it. I love it. And this is an example of what greatness is, what these women are doing right now.
No, absolutely. I wish some of the men were more like that. You know, I'm with you. And again, just like we talk about Edgar Berlanga, right? With Clarissa Shields, people want to see them in there with the best. They want to see them. Well, I mean, hold on. Before I say that, Clarissa Shields is on a whole nother level. Let's be honest.
Whole other level. Clarissa Shields is a whole other level. Absolutely.
But people want the competition to be up. They want to see a mega fight. You know, no disrespect to Danielle Perkins, but people seeing the resume, people seeing the age.
But you know what? This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me just stop you really quickly. So Clarissa was on a live yesterday. We were talking about this because it is no fault of hers that, you know, it's dry in some of the weight classes that she's been in. Okay. But Danielle Perkins was the very top. Okay. Nobody else, I will say this right now, and Clarissa agreed with me. There is nobody else right now that could beat Danielle Perkins except for Clarissa Shields. She is a hard hitter. She won a gold at Women's Worlds. People just did not do their research. Boxing heads know who this girl was. No. But Clarissa was on a different level and made her look some kind of way.
But even at the presser, I had people that were at the press conference. There wasn't a lot of people there. There wasn't a lot of hoopla behind Clarissa, and it's unfortunate because she's a great champion. And I don't want to what happened to Roy Jones happen to her. I feel like a lot of people take away from Roy's greatness because of the level of competition and not having. I mean, at least he had Bernard Hopkins and James Toney wins.
Yeah.
What is going to be Clarissa's? You know, what is she going to hang a hat on? And I feel like
they're coming.
Downplay her legacy.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. And the thing is, nobody can take away the fact that she's undisputed 4 times, that she's won 2 gold medals. Now we've got Michaela Mayer, who's also put Clarissa Shields' name in her mouth. We have Lauren Price. So it's coming, and she's still young. She's still got a long way to go. We also had a discussion yesterday. I had a discussion with Shields on the chat because on Twitter X, because you know she gets a lot of hate. You know, you don't have to like the way she carries herself. You don't have to like the way she is, whatever. But honestly, I see why she is the way she is. She gets a lot of shit. She gets a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But what does she do? She does what she's supposed to do. She gets in the ring. She fights who's in front of her. She dominates them. And then people want to throw shit at her. I don't blame her. You get tired of people always throwing slugs. You don't have to like her. It's okay. But you cannot not respect the things that she's accomplished in boxing, period.
No, and she's a dog. She can really fight. Like, she's not one of those awkward females that no, she looks like a dude that's been fighting for like 30 years. Like, it's just I mean, she looks like as good as the males. And you know, people do critique her. I mean, it is what it is. She's done a lot of she's into the controversial stuff. It is tough. You know what I mean? She's a great fighter. It's just getting name recognition. She's going to have to sacrifice her body and go down.
Absolutely. And being in the public eye all the time, like everything is under a magnifying glass. I mean, her personal relationship, the way people criticize the way she's dressing or the way she carries herself, like mind your business. Mind your business.
Yeah. She did say she wants a baby in a year, which is crazy.
Good for her. Good for her. Why not?
Yeah, no, it would be weird. It would be weird for me. I'm not gonna lie, but
why?
I'm just saying, her biggest bout to this day is my friend. Now, you know what I mean? So we're friends. So
I get you. I get you. I get you.
But how difficult it is going to be though for her to go from 175, I think heavyweight is for females, to possibly going down to like 147.
Listen, she has the best nutritionist in the world. They work with world champion, UFC, and boxing champions. They also work with Michaela Mayer, and I could go on and on and on and on. Xander Zayas. I can go on. Bud Crawford. So they're called Vital. They were formerly Perfecting Athletes. Those women, honey, they have it down to a science. Michaela will be eating pancakes before she steps on the scale at weigh-ins. These women are amazing. They can get her where she needs to get in a very healthy manner, and she will be strong and she will look amazing. Mark my words. Trust me.
I remember when Roy Jones went up in weight and came back down. He didn't look the same.
Well, he didn't have the right people with him.
Well, he was also older. How does it affect your body? And plus, you want to have a baby. Like, I mean, that's the downfall of being a woman in boxing is eventually your maternal instincts kick in. And how does that affect everything as well?
Well, the thing is she wants to have a baby, but I think that's great. I mean, good for her. How many women have we seen have a baby and come back in the ring? Yeah. It's fine. It's wonderful. That's what we do, if that's what we choose to do. Yeah. But the thing is this, if you do everything in a healthy manner, in a timely manner, where you have enough time for your body to get used to this new weight that you're carrying around or losing, then it can be done. I've seen it time and time again. Michaela, look at her at this new weight at 47. Okay. Before she went to 47, she was making the weight because she had professionals with her. Now she's letting her body go as far as moving up to where she wants to be, and she looks just as healthy, just as strong.
What's the safe weight that you think that she'll actually agree to fight some of these girls? Because the last I heard was 47 was what a lot of girls or women were willing to go up to fight her. Can she make 47, or would it have to be higher?
I mean, I think she could if she has the right people with her, which she does, and she has enough time. I personally think this is me. She hasn't stated that. Nobody stated. This is my opinion. I would like to see her at like 54. I think that would be a good weight. But if she wants to do 47, she's the champ. She can do whatever she wants to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd like to see. I still want to see her in AB. I'm not gonna lie. Unless you're, I know you're not the biggest fan, but I'd like to see that. I think that would be a big matchup simply because they've been going at it.
I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see that. I would fly down. I would go Espírito Santo to see that fight. Okay.
Do any of these women have a chance against Claressa Shields?
Of course, everybody has a chance. It's boxing, right? All it takes is one shot. But I will say this. They're going to have a very tough task on their hands. I will say that.
How good is Claressa Shields? I think people underestimate because she's a woman.
I think she's fabulous. I mean, the thing is she has the boxing skills. She has the power. Although people question it, she dropped Danielle. And trust me, I've worked with Danielle. She hits like a freaking Mack truck, and she's solid and strong. She dropped her. She dropped Hannah Gabriel's. Hannah Gabriel's dropped her, but she got right up and she went and fought. She's got the skill set, and not only does she have the skill, she has the attitude. She has that dog. She has the mental. It's like a lot of girls can be really good, but if they don't have that dog to finish the fight, it doesn't matter. Claressa has the dog in her.
Now, one more question before we move on from Claressa. Is her, because she stated that she will never work with MVP Promotions, and they do have Alicia Baumgartner there on the team.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, you're good. And there's a fight that I would love to possibly see at 147 if it could ever happen with her and Amanda Serrano, right? If Amanda can make 147. Do you feel like any of those fights are actually possible? And the fact that she said she'll never work with MVP, how did those things happen?
I mean, I mean, that's what she says. But money talks, bullshit walks. And maybe if the money's right, she'll do it. I don't know. I mean, she wants to leave a legacy. She wants to have a baby, and she wants to build her future. And I mean, I think it's something that she may consider, but I don't know. I'm not in her mind.
I mean, it seems like MVP is about to corner the women's market. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
she might have to play ball with them, but we're gonna see.
She may. Yeah, she may. We'll see how it plays out.
Speaking on Amanda Serrano, she put out this tweet yesterday. It's 2025 and these boxing promoters still lying to fighters. Dirty, disgusting game. Thank God I'm partnered with honest people. Wow. All of the controversy we're seeing with Turkey Al-Asik, Dana White, all the promoters, where did this come from? And I was trying to figure out what transpired, but I know a lot of fighters are going through this right now. I mean, what do you think about the words that Amanda used yesterday?
Honestly, that is a very bold statement. I mean, we know what goes on in the boxing world.
Mm-hmm.
I am privy to a lot. And I will say this without saying anything else. There is nobody that is not for themselves or for what they're doing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they do what they have to do. Right or wrong, it is what it is. It's a money game. It's a business game. And there are and I will say this now, there are not one promotional company, old or new, that is not doing what they have to do to succeed and be successful. And it's not about themselves. It's not. Yes, there are certain things you can do to help others, but in the end, it helps yourself. So it was a very bold statement. I don't like it. Like I said, I'm privy to conversations, text messages, emails, and for people that know. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
The comment rubbed you the wrong way. Why? How so?
Well, for the fact that there is nobody that is 100% in this business. Nobody.
I mean, do you feel like it was a ploy to get more people to rock with MVP as well? Because she does run the women's.
No, you know what? I think that they can. It's not about anyone rocking with them, because honestly, whoever they pick up the phone and call, they're going to probably 9 times out of 10 just go with them. Amanda Serrano has had a very humble, modest demeanor. She's made power moves, and good for her, because now she is a boss. And now I guess that she feels as though she can start calling out some things, like, calling promoters, not by name, but, I mean, we all know who are the big dogs.
Got power, yeah.
So that's what she's doing. But yeah, Cano Loco said that Jordan Maldonado runs the account. Yeah, I mean, that's the rumor. That's what we've heard, because sometimes you see a very humble, passive, and then sometimes you see a little bit more whatever. So I don't know. That's alleged that he runs her account.
I don't think somebody would make that comment. I mean, I don't know if it's Amanda Serrano talking or not, but when you make a comment like that coming from there, the person that you're designated to do that, it's you. Whether it's not you type of thing, it's you.
Facts. If somebody gets my phone and starts posting on my social media, yeah, it's me. It reflects me. Absolutely.
Yeah. Carter's been around. Listen, I'm with you, but if he's making if he's making those posts, right, she can easily delete them. She can just say, listen, you're bugging out, chill out. They're allowing him. So now, even though he's typing it, it's coming from you.
Regardless. Absolutely. Yes.
But I mean, Amanda's.
But also, we have to remember too. Jake Paul is a very in your face, saying things, and I'm sure that he wants his partner to be in the same mindset and of the same attitude.
No, 100%.
But I mean, I think you get more with Honey. They say it's like you want to work with these other promoters, and there are other women that are signed with other promoters. So maybe not say something so bold like that, because,
Yeah.
like I said, people that know that there's not one innocent person
No,
working in
but
boxing.
at the same time, I do believe that some of this is a ploy to bring more people to them. I mean, they just signed four women, not men, four women, right?
And
Four
I
to
love
two
that.
women
I
in
love
the
it.
country. Amanda's trying to make an imprint right now, and a lot of women that we've spoken to have expressed how they feel like they're being looked at as
Absolutely.
citizens, treated as if they don't exist, getting
Absolutely.
amounts of money that are not nowhere to be found. And it's kind of maybe Amanda saying, "Hey guys, we're paying over here.
Yeah.
We respect you guys."
Well, that's the thing is, you hear time and time again these promoters saying, and this is factual,
Yeah.
that nobody's putting money into women. Nobody cares about women. Nobody's interested in women. Bullshit.
Yeah. And no, and I think it's Amanda coming out and saying, well, if they're not interested, and she's probably hearing the same stories that we're hearing, probably worse
Absolutely.
from women boxers. She's in contact with a lot of women boxers, and she's saying, look, I'm not going to treat you that way. I just got the highest grossing person, female history. She's the highest paid female. It's not even an argument. And
Right.
she's in a position of power. And she
Yes.
has Jake Paul, and she has TKO.
Mm-hmm.
I think she may be swinging like, hey, look, when your contract's up, we're creating something special here at TKO. I'm at MVP. Come rock with us. I think that might be part of why
I guess my point is this: you don't have to throw mud. You don't have to throw mud at people to prove that you're better, because people already look at her and already love her, already respect her. They're already starting to respect the things that Jake Paul is doing for women. There is no need to throw shots at anybody else, because from what you've done and what you've shown us, you are respected and loved, period. No need to get your hands dirty. That's my point.
No, you make a great point. But sometimes, you know, they say birds of a feather flock together, right? If you're flocking with Jake, that's how Jake responds to things. Jake never lets things go. So it might be this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let people know. We're not gonna hide the facts. You know, we're gonna put it out there. We want people to want to come here. I think it's definitely that. Of course, you would agree with Christine.
My God.
Jeez, I'm just saying. Listen, El Gallo, Jake Paul putting money into women. When Dana starts making moves, I guarantee that he'll start a solid women's division. Listen, that's all good for women. I'm sorry, it is. It's more opportunity for the ladies. It just is, and there's a lot of ladies gonna get a big opportunity, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? It really is. There's a lot of women out there. Roland says this is why Michaela Mayer suddenly became interested in an AB rematch.
It's not suddenly, honey. You haven't been watching her. It has not been suddenly.
I'm just reading what he said.
Okay.
Jake Paul makes it rain on free. He does. Jake does. He takes care. You know, I've heard rumors of people when Jake fights, guys get underpaid. He's coming out his own purse and paying them an extra 50, 100,000. Here you go. I mean, listen, that's honorable as much as people want.
It is honorable. It is. My only thing is, this is not suddenly. She said it after they got out of the ring. She's been saying it. This is no suddenly.
Yeah.
With or without Jake Paul, she wanted to get the get back.
How big of a rematch is that? Is this a big payout for them?
It's huge. Not only because of who it is, but now that Jake Paul's involved, it's huge. It's huge.
How many big women fights are we gonna have? Christine, you must be like dancing at home when you hear these big fights getting announced. Like,
I love it.
And now it's crazy because now they're full on headliners. Like, we don't need a male to headline it with you underneath. You are the headliner. People are gonna show up. Amanda Serrano is gonna sell out the Garden for that fight. You know, it's getting kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of dope to see.
It is. It is. No, it is dope. It's exciting. It's very exciting. Roland said last I heard she didn't want the rematch when AB popped. No, that is true. That part is true.
Who would though?
But who would? Exactly. Come on.
Yeah. You know,
but I'm very excited to answer your question. Like it is beautiful because Somebody said women were 200 years behind. No, they're not 200 years, but come on. But anyway, yes, we are finally, as women, getting respected and recognition in this sport. And the thing is that I'm not one to cry about the way women are treated and this and that. I'm not. But the facts are the facts. There are things said to me sometimes. It's funny. I laugh it off. Whatever. I mean, anybody can look at these women, check their resume, check what they've done, and then they can just shut up. Just saying.
The crazy thing is that these women are willing to fight the best of the best.
That part.
That's what makes it even more intriguing. They're like, look, let's make it happen. From London to here, let's make it happen. And that's the impressive thing. It doesn't seem as if we're going to be chasing these fights for the next 4 or 5 years, a la Manny Pacquiao for Mayweather. It's like, let's get that smoke. Let's get it going. And I like the fact that the ladies are leading the way with that. And it's kind of crazy. Like,
absolutely.
They're like, hey, look, I want the smoke. You know what I mean? And afterwards, we can still do whatever. And it's crazy. I don't think I've seen this many big major women fights. And I know I've said this ever in the history of female boxing.
You know what I love to see too is that not only are these fights being made and the women are willing to fight anybody, at whatever weight class they can agree on, but I also love the fact that actually the fans are asking for these fights. They're actually interested in these fights. Yeah. And I love that.
No, absolutely. I mean, listen, this has been the most I've ever seen it. And it's crazy. Listen, to sell out the Garden is not something to just turn your nose.
Oh my God, not at all.
Like, we're talking about huge. How many great fighters have fought at the Garden. I mean,
I know.
Trinidad, Ali, right?
Yes.
I think Canelo fought there before. Triple G.
It's huge.
I mean, it's Camacho, like Roy Jones. Like, this is not a 4,000. You know what I mean? This is that weekend is going to be crazy in July. July 12th. Yeah. That building is going to be rocking. Cano Loco says, what's her name? Kyle Reese, I think her name?
Kyle Reese, yes.
Was one of my favorite female boxers, but I'm glad that she was able to get into acting.
Yeah, me too. That's great.
Is it strange that Clarissa Shields and Jake Paul have such a negative relationship considering what Jake Paul is doing for women in boxing? No, I think they're the same person, just one's a male, a white male, and one's a black female. They're kind of both outspoken. They don't have a passive way about themselves, and if somebody goes at them, they are on full attack. And we've seen Clarissa do the same thing. So they're kind of the same person, right?
Yeah. And the thing is too, let's think about this. There's people that have our same interests and have our same beliefs, whatever, but then you get around them and maybe the energy's off, or there's just something, just because you both want the same things or you believe in the same things doesn't mean you're always going to get along. I mean, that was another thing that Clarissa was talking about yesterday on Twitter X was energy, people's energy. And I'm a big energy person.
No, I watched an interview, and people sometimes dance around certain questions, and she was like, "Oh, Ryan Garcia's a drug cheat."
She's going to tell you what she thinks.
I mean, listen, Jake Paul is the same way. Like, he doesn't.
Absolutely.
Care. They're pretty much the same person. Like, honestly, I feel like if they would sit in front of each other, they would have so much in common because they go about things very, very similar. Social media, they deal with it the same way, and it's kind of crazy. I would love to see them, come together, but.
I don't know if that'll happen.
Clarissa said that, and she wanted to fight him. He was like, whatever. He went in, whatever. But yeah, I think there's an amount of money because no one's really outright disrespected each other, like to a point where, in my opinion, that it can't be reconciled.
Outright, no. They've alluded to certain things, just like we saw Amanda do. She alluded or whatever. But yeah, so outright no. Names, no.
I think part of it though too is because he does call what's her face the GOAT as well, Amanda Serrano, which a lot of people do.
Oh, but he definitely did that to poke at Clarissa. I mean, let's be real, let's be honest.
I mean, but it is a valid argument. It is a valid argument, But again, it's his girl. Listen,
of course.
At the end of the day, a nice paycheck will make all that go away. And Clarissa's never seen the type of checks that Amanda's seen. And I think eventually it gets to that point, especially when you want to become a mama bear. And you're like, you know what? I got to take care of this kid in the future. And, you know, they turn around and say, hey, we got 20 million for a fight between you and Amanda Serrano. I mean, I could not see her turning that down. I'm sorry. And she deserves it. She deserves every dollar of it. So, you know, it is what it is. Calvin Lincoln said, I thought Mayer edged Bumgarner in the first fight.
Me too.
To me, it looked like Mayer has grown into her weight well. I think whenever the rematch does happen, Mayer is going to be a much bigger problem. I love seeing men talking about women's boxing.
Me too. Thank you, guys. Love the chat. Amazing.
Roland says, I've never heard Clarissa Shields say one thing positive about what Jake Paul is doing for women's boxing. And then Jake Paul calls Amanda Serrano the GOAT, and Shields takes it out on Amanda Serrano. I think Amanda, listen, I remember I made the comment. I made a post, and Amanda hit me on my page. You know, basically, you know, she wasn't too happy about me comparing the two or whatnot. Listen, at the end of the day, it's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
It really is that people are arguing who's the greater one, and you can't fault Jake Paul for really bigging up Amanda Serrano at this point. You know.
Yeah, you know, and the thing is too, when you're in the public eye and somebody picks against you and they pick somebody else, you know, that you're going to face, you know, it is what it is. It's boxing. But then maybe if you're fighting against someone else, they're going to pick you. You know, I won't name any names, but I mean, there are professional boxers today that disdain me because I did not pick them to win. And it's so funny because who am I? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just a fan. But they have literally, you know, said things on the side because I picked someone that I thought would beat them. It's funny. It's I think that you can't take these things too personal, especially when you're on social media, because people are going to have their opinions. You know, you pick a side, you pick a corner.
People will have their opinions. Jake Paul's opinion travels to millions. It's a big difference. So I can understand.
No, I'm talking about boxers. Like if I pick against a boxer, like don't hate me because I picked this boxer, because maybe if you fight somebody else, I'm going to pick you. But against this particular person, I do my research. I see how people move, and I pick because for whatever reason I pick. You know,
how big of if this fight would possibly ever to happen, how big would Clarissa versus Amanda be?
Oh my God, huge! It would be epic. It would be epic because the people that call Amanda the GOAT and then the people that call Clarissa the GOAT, you know, coming together. But honestly, and I'm just going to speak from a health standpoint, and I'm sorry, but Amanda has taken a lot of punishment, especially with Katie Taylor. And then now they've got the third one coming up. By the time she gets to Clarissa, I don't know if I want to see that because I do worry about these boxers' health and brains.
No, you're right. I mean, and that's what scares me, but it would be the biggest fight in female history. I mean,
it would be epic.
Yeah, I think they could get paid. I think their paychecks would be 8 figures better each. So I mean, I mean, I would like to see it. I like Amanda Serrano. I like Clarissa Shields. You know, I definitely want to see it, but it's just great that people are actually talking about this.
Right? Absolutely, 100%.
I know we don't have much time left, but I'm going to play this one.
I have about 10 minutes. Question. Yeah, I have 10 minutes.
The Zone in Queensbury. No, you good.
Yeah.
Come together the first day of an exclusive partnership. The Zone is the destination for Queensbury.
Yes.
And is the global home of boxing. Now, I got to start this one off, Christine. Everybody is picking a side, right? The Zone is like, I see Netflix. That's their big thing. Hold on, Netflix is doing what? We need to figure out these situations with these groups, with these promotional companies, because they got their beef with Turkey, and Turkey looks like he's aligning himself with Netflix, and we got to figure something out. The Zone in Queensbury is now exclusive. I don't know for how long, but they are.
It was a few. I think they signed like a few year. I don't know what the few means. But it's for a few years. I'm not sure exactly what the few means.
It is very telling, though, right now. That everyone is trying to position themselves to survive. It's survival mode right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And remember, no one is talking about what this can do to the Zone, especially with Netflix now in the picture of live events. NFL. They did boxing. These guys they got the WWE. They got a lot of things going on, and they do not seem to be getting slowing down.
No.
How big is a threat for Netflix Netflix is to DAZN and their existence right now.
You know, honestly, I don't want to even look at it as a threat. I want to look at it as more options for fans. Okay, we can do Netflix or we can do DAZN.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And but for them, for Queensberry signing a multi, a deal with DAZN where their fighters are going to be there, they have matchroom fighters. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because we have options. There's not going to be just one, as much as people think. I do not believe there's just going to be one big dog in this boxing game at the end of the day. There's not.
It's just like Netflix is like a Rottweiler, and
Absolutely.
like a Chihuahua.
Well, I don't know about Chihuahua.
Do you know how many subscribers Netflix has?
I do. But you also have to think about all the UK folks. They have a lot of fans and they come out and support, and all the people across the pond. You know what? All the people, in Ireland and Australia and things like that, because Queensberry has a bunch of, they have all of the heavyweights, they have all the heavyweights. I mean, there's going to be a fight. Their first fight together with DAZN is like April 5th. It's huge. So I don't know. I don't see it like that, but I'm happy for DAZN. Like I said, we have more options now.
Okay, so I don't know how accurate these numbers are, right? But
Okay.
DAZN has approximately 20 million paying subscribers globally as of 2023. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
A user base of 300 million monthly customers. Let's go to Netflix. I'm gonna just Google this. I'm just Google on the thing.
Okay.
Netflix subscriber count. Let's see what the Netflix. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm sure it's astronomical.
As of the end of 2024, Netflix reported 301.63 million subscribers globally.
I believe it.
That is so if you really break it down, right? 20 million, and it's gotta be like not even a tenth of the subscriber network. It's a tough thing to deal with.
Is the number going to change now that Queensberry is signed with them? Is it going to change? I think it's going to change a little bit. So I wouldn't say Rottweiler and Chihuahua. I'll say Rottweiler and maybe Labrador.
The one thing that we can't debate is everyone's trying to pick us out. And I'm telling you right now, Oscar's left right now. He's sitting there like,
Oscar's like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? So he started a podcast.
Yeah, he started a podcast. I think Oscar's going to Oscar's going to put his pride aside. He's going to try to sit with Dana White, and I think I believe I'm going to predict this, that Oscar's going to end up with Dana White.
So you think Dana White's going to forgive him and say, come on over?
I think Oscar's love for success, his love for money, and the fact that I don't believe Golden Boy will survive without Turki Al-Asik funding them, I think that's what's going to be the decision at the end. And I think Turki's going to pay out right. I think he's going to be like, listen, come on board. I mean, I don't know. I could be completely wrong because him and Dana White cannot stand each other. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know if he'll put his pride aside or not. It may just be a business move. I don't know. But the thing is this, look, and no shade at Oscar. Oscar's done great things, and I love Golden Boy, and I love going to the fights, but lately, I mean, let's be honest. The fight last weekend, the card, was not. It lacked a lot of luster in the main event too with Farmer. It lacked a lot of luster. So he's got to do something.
Yeah, and listen,
they were head to head with Top Rank. So.
The one thing that Oscar does well is he recruits a lot of good talent, and I think that's something that somebody's going to go over there. They're going to rock with Turkey, and he has a lot of relationships, or they're going to let them contracts expire. It's going to be a lot of lawsuits, I'll tell you that, within fighters and their promotional companies, because they're going to want out of the deals. They're going to want to be free agents so they could benefit and get more money as possible. You see what happened with Jared Anderson and Top Rank, right? Top Mob did not want that fight to happen. Turkey offered a amount of money that it was just like, well, we're going to pay you this if you do it. And what did he do? He went and did it. Now that Turkey's kind of doing his own thing, how are you going to stop the fighters from wanting to work with Turkey when they, it's going to be tough.
Can I just say this? I'm just going to put it out there. Like this, I just thought about this, and I could get mud thrown at me or whatever.
Yeah.
But a smart move to me that Oscar could do is start looking to see what women are not connected to MVP or other huge promotional companies, and maybe try to pick them up. I mean, let's face it. Marlene Esparza is his girl. I think that may be the last girl on his roster. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody.
Gabby. There's Gabby from Berlanga.
Okay, Gabby, you're right. Gabby, that's awesome. But Gabby's gonna need people to fight. Just saying. He's gonna have to work out some deals. But Marlene, she didn't make weight and she lost the fight. Mm-hmm. So the writing's on the wall. So it might be time for him to start shopping around. And the way that the women's boxing is going right now, I think that would be one of the best moves, in my opinion.
And I think Dana White and I think Jake Paul are going to corner that market. I think you're going to see a lot of females signed to them. So it's going to be a situation where, again, we're already seeing sides are picking sides at this point. My man, thank you for the donation. He says Shields top purse 1 million versus Serrano's 10 million. That's my point. That money talks. Money talks. And Jake Paul is handing it out. Netflix is in the picture. It's going to be, I feel like in the next year or two, we're going to see a lot of fallouts. We're going to see a lot of lawsuits. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get very ugly. And
can I just say something though?
Yeah.
I don't know Clarissa's stance on the money part or whatever, but I will say there are some people out there that it doesn't matter what amount of money they're offered. They have their beliefs and their stances. So I'm not going to say, oh, I just know Clarissa's going to take the deal if the money's right, because she may not. Like Clarissa, she goes against the grain. I'm not saying that she will or won't. I'm just saying that money is not the I don't know, the change all.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'll tell you this: if they want us, they can be a bidding war. The Zone, you want us?
Hey, let's get it started. Hey, let's start it.
We're about money over here, okay?
Let's start the bidding. Let's start the bidding at 50,000. Let's go.
50,000? What? We're talking. We want 7 figures, okay?
Oh,
I want a Cameron Mace deal. I don't want. Listen.
Let's go.
Listen, Jake. If everybody's out there, you guys want us, we're ready. We're ready to come.
Let's go. If they're smart.
Yeah. Listen,
if they're smart as they claim to be.
Listen, I think Clarissa's going to get that offer, and she's going to be like, Jake, we've always had a lot of things in common. He's a really nice guy. I think they're gonna hatch that out. I'm not gonna lie. I really believe so. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm gonna say. But Christine got to get out of here. She got to go train world champions.
Absolutely.
And I got to go babysit. So.
Okay. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.
Take care, Christine.
On that
note, Christine is out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'll rock with y'all for a couple more seconds. Tomorrow, we have Edgar Berlanga's coach at 12 p.m. I'm giving you an extra show this week. Make sure you tune in. Also, Thursday night, I'm bringing on Jamel Herring and Iceman Scully, and we're gonna debate some stuff tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna give you a show at 11 o'clock with Coach Berlanga's coach, and also 8 o'clock a show. And then Friday morning, we'll be back with Christine covering everything that's going on this weekend, as well as everything that's transpired during the week. I definitely appreciate y'all. Let's continue to build. I love and I appreciate every single fan that comes on here. We're going to continue to grow. And the only way we're going to grow if you guys continue to like, share, and subscribe and let people know about the show. And we support everybody else out there. I want to tell you all that. And again, tune in tomorrow. I'm going to give you an extra show tomorrow, 11 o'clock, and also one at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. You're not going to want to miss these shows. On that note, I'm going to get up out of here. It's your boy. What am I going to sugarcoat? Oh, hell no, about Berlanga's? No, hell no. I'm going to keep it real. He might hang up a phone on me, but I'm going to be very respectful. He wants to come on the show. So, yeah, we're going to keep it 100, man. We're going to keep it 100. It's your boy, Norbs, and we are out of here. Make sure y'all on tomorrow.